So the first step in recruiting girls is to create a flyer to share with everyone. And the most important thing is to grab people's attention. You want those key words that define your event to stand out. So it doesn't matter if the flyer is posted somewhere, such as a school or a library, it's passed out, or it's emailed. You really want those keywords to stand out. So people won't just pass it up, but they might see, oh, the word engineering, an outreach event, high school student, and parents can be like, oh, wow, I have a child who's a high school student who might be interested in this. And in addition to those bold keywords, you really want to make sure that you include all the important details in your flyer, including how to sign up. So here are some past flyers from our section. And if you kind of go back from your screen, the two things that you'll see very prominently is Engineering Day and High School Engineering Day. This way people won't pass it up. In addition, you see all the details, the who, what, where, when. And then you have some eye-catching things that might attract them. The next thing to do if you want to recruit is to find nearby schools. So in order to look up school districts, you can look up the county that you're in. If you're on the border of a few counties, then look those up as well. You can choose Wikipedia, and Wikipedia should give you a list of all the school districts in that county. And you can look on each school district's website for the appropriate contact information. For a general tool, if the outreach is targeted towards elementary school students, emailing the secretary is normally the easiest way and honestly the most effective way to disperse to the correct age ranges and to the correct students. Maybe there's a gifted educator, maybe there's a not. If you have a middle school or high school event, then you could find the contact information for the gifted coordinator or perhaps a science and math teacher. And as a rule of thumb, if you can't really decide who to send it to, you should probably just send it to a few science and math teachers within the district, and that way at least some students will receive the information. Another tool is you can create general mailing lists. So what we found happens oftentimes is that a parent will hear about this high school event, but they have an elementary age student, or vice versa. So they might wonder, oh, is there an event for my child? But a lot of sections, they might do one event in the fall, one event in the spring, one event in the summer. So if it's not the appropriate time, then they're kind of out of luck. So one tool that we use is to create a mailing list for each age bracket. So you can respond to the parents asking if they'd like to be on the mailing list for such as the elementary school age bracket. That way, when the summer comes, when your event is there, you can email that mailing list, say, hey, here's the time that your child can sign up. And then also, maybe there can be a general mailing list. So some parents might have multiple children, and they might be interested in all your events. Or maybe, you know, they're a Girl Scout leader of many ages, things of that nature. So then anytime you have an outreach event, you can email it to that mailing list. And it's just a really great tool to recruit girls who have had prior interest, or the parents have had prior interest. So these are probably girls who are going to sign up because they already have reached out to you. Also, you can promote your outreach events on your website. Feeding off to what we just talked about, if an event doesn't suit their child, you can create a Google form embedded on your website. So instead of them emailing you saying, hey, can I be on the email list, they can just sign this quick form, and then whenever you're ready to start promoting your outreach event, you just pull the Google sheet out from this form. You can also have all your signups on there, so the signups are quick and easy. Another tool is to email out to the faculty and staff. So as a collegiate section, we often email out our information as well as the flyer to our faculty, and they can share it with their children or any other students they know. And kind of a misconception is people think, oh, children of engineering staff and faculty, they don't need to take part in these events. The event should be geared towards children who don't have a parent who can expose them to this. But in reality, they do need to be exposed to this fun and excitement of engineering. Their parents may be in the STEM field, but may not share that excitement and joy with them. So you really want to have these events open to everyone. And lastly, you really want to promote your events via photos. So you can see this is taken last year of all our outreach events, and you can see these children having a good time. They're engaged. And they're really excited about, engineering. And so children are more likely to go if they see, like, oh, it's going to be a very fun day. One tip here, though, is make sure when you have an outreach event, you get them to sign permission forms so you can release their photos because you don't want to get in any mess over that. But once there, then you can share them and they're good to go, and then everyone will be very excited about that. So all in all, you just want to make sure that you explore all your avenues. Don't just stick to one route. Try to get the word out to as many people as possible, and then really have eye-catching things and photos that display what the event was like.